Welcome back. Today's project, or the shoes that we will work on today, is a pair of Edward Green double monks in black, calf leather. First thing we'll do is brush off the surface, remove any dirt what may be on the surface. Just like so. Same thing with the other one. That being done, I would really like to condition the linings and the insoles, which are also made out of leather. So for that, I'm gonna grab the mobile cream and it's important to treat these leather linings, the insole, which is also leather, and the rest of the lining to make sure that it remains subtle, yes, supple, sorry, and to ensure its longevity through time. You really don't need that much, but it is highly suggested that you do this every now and then. Not in every shoeshine session, but yes, a couple of times at least throughout the year if you wear them if you wear your shoes multiple times. I have to say, if it's okay with you, I would like to start making comparisons on shoes that are similar models. You should not repeat your shoes. If you believe in concepts like minimalism, so you shouldn't have repeats of things. But as you collect items, I do enjoy collecting shoes. Sometimes you end up with multiples of the same. So for instance, I have a couple of double monks. So perhaps we should do that. We should compare the different makers, and that should give you an idea, at least if you're considering getting a pair for yourself, about what to expect from each one. We will now proceed to clean the uppers, but because the cream is still inside, I will have to do it without a shoe tree. That's not a problem, as long as you provide some structure with your hand in the areas that you feel the shoe might bend, but that it might need some structure. We will use the Brift H Cleaner. Always important, start from the back end, areas where the shoes are not so visible, so in case you detect something, then you can still salvage the shoe. Do not start with the toe cap. This is how it starts. So there has been some waxes and creams left behind. We'll just remove it to make sure that we have a blank or as close as possible to the original leather before we treat the shoes. I had not worked on this for quite a while, so I would much rather just start from scratch. Good amount of creams and wax. It is to be expected. Being said, this is good. Let's see. I think the creams have dried, yes. So let's insert the shoe trees again. Now let's give it another pass with the shoe tree inserted. Remember the importance of shoe trees. Not only do they help maintaining the shoe dry on the inside, well, most of them, at least these cedar shoe trees, do that, but it also helps maintain the shape of the shoe. Okay, I think this is good enough for this one. Let's work on its brother. First passes will always collect a lot of cream, and then as we keep on doing applications of the cleaner, you get less and less amount. as we are successfully removing what was left on the surface. Be careful not to overdo it with cleaners, whatever cleaner you're using, and remove the original strip. It's a very low risk, but still something that could happen if you apply it too aggressively or if you use too much. So even though you want to clean the shoe, make sure the amount you use is small, and if you need to do a couple passes, then that's a better approach. Small amounts, several passes, instead of a big amount and just one pass. Light pressure. I don't think there is a point in this cleaning on which you would not get any more cream on the shoe. So do not expect the cloth to be completely clean before you stop. Just make sure the amount of waxes and creams that you are recovering from the shoe reduces. At this stage we have done the cleaning, so we will, with using a damp cloth, we will try and remove any remaining cleaning product that might have been left behind. So just use a wet cloth. That should be enough. This is an easy step. It's just a precaution, it's not necessary. Okay, now we will condition the shoes. For that we will use the cleaner conditioner from Pure Polish. It's an American product. It's a product made out of natural ingredients. So we apply a little amount and we spread it generously. Okay. Because this is also a cleaner, you can see that the cloth starts clean, but as I work it in, it will still pick up some of the creams and waxes used before, and that is normal for this kind of product because this is not a straight conditioner. It's a conditioning cleaner slash conditioning product. Again. you have seen me use their waxes and their creams. I think I have also used their cleaners before in other videos. I thought it was something worthwhile trying on this one too. A lot of cream still in there. So let's use another last pass. And let it dry. This is also suggested to be applied using a cloth because of the cleaning properties. But if you're using it on a pair of new shoes, which most of the times do not come shined from the factory, then you might want to try and use just your hands. The instructions do suggest that we let this dry for 1 or 2 hours. So I will stop the video right now and follow the instructions of the cleaner. Next, what we will do is try to buff the conditioner cleaner. Get a fast pass. Next one. And we will prepare the shoes for coloring. What do I mean by that? This one has a little item there. The camera gets it. It's a little nip. So we'll use the Saphir cream repair. Try to, whenever you use this, make the area as even as possible. So what you're essentially trying to do is fill that little cavity with the cream. We will let that one dry and we will carry on with our activities. The next step is to bring back the black color of the shoe. So we'll use some of this Brift H product. On previous videos when working on black shoes, we have worked with different colors, blues, reds, just to make the black a little more dynamic. But this time, we'll go black on black. Now remember, be discreet about the amounts of cream you use. There's only so much that the leather will take. The rest is not maximized, so you might want to consider that whenever you're laying your cream. Make sure that as you apply it, you spread it thin as much as possible. This will guarantee that you use the right amount, that it also dries up quicker because you are using smaller amounts, smaller quantities, and will also make the next step, which is using a cloth, somewhat faster. I'm allowing this to dry, so what I will do in the meantime is to add some waxes to the welts. Remember, the welts is what attaches the upper with the sole, and it's a thread that goes in this area. So with some addition of wax, what we're pursuing is to make sure that that welt remains healthy and protected for as long as we can. We will repeat the same step with the other shoe. This also helps with edging because the wax is also being applied on the edge of the soles, so that helps with the pigmentation of the edges to a certain degree. Okay. Again, small amounts, spread it thin. should be better. Now I'll bring the shoe forward so that you can see how the repairs look. Hopefully this will focus. You can see it here. Still a tad noticeable. Let me try and just a little bit more, because it's so front in an area where the mirror shine is going to be quite visible. I would much rather for it not to be as evident. Just with the first application, it's looking a lot better, but I think we can still do a better job. Okay, that should be enough. We will let it dry. Meanwhile, let's close this. Let's put this away again. With a hard brush, just try and push those pigments into the leather as much as we can. And let's remove as much excess cream as we also can at this stage, so that the other shoe has more time to dry. Again, black pigmentation to come off the shoe is expected at this stage, because that is just what we did. We laid no cream on the shoe. So that is not unexpected. Give it another pass. This is how we start. See, relatively clean. This is how we finish. Enough time has passed. As you can see, now it's a lot better. I hope that this is focusing enough. Everyone does this in a different way. This is the way that I do it. Share, place in the comments, how do you shine your shoes? What steps do you use? What steps do you not agree with what I do? Tell me your reasons. All in all, the idea is for us to talk and interact. Again, this stage is critical to avoid any transfer of color from the uppers to your pants or trousers or whatever you are wearing. So it is important that you do not bypass. Yes, you can go straight to buffing and the brush will take care of I would say, a good chunk of the cream excess. But then by doing that, you need to clean your brushes more often, even if you use dark brushes for dark shoes and light brushes for light shoes. I will always encourage you to clean your brushes every now and then. There is a link, I'll add a link to that recent video that I just published about how to care for your brushes. Let me give a pass through these straps over here, over here. Okay. The next step is going to be polishing, brushing the shoe. See, this is what you need to do your shoes every now and then. There's another issue there. I don't know if it's showing in the camera, so I need to make a repair on this one. Clearly, I need to be more careful with the shoes. I could sand that off. That is another option, but it is not deep enough. So I think this leather repair cream should do the trick. Is it gonna be perfect? Nope. Is it gonna be better? Yes. I need something else to make the application. I needed something smaller to make a more controlled application. My finger was just too big and clunky. We are at it. I think I can also make a final application here. Make a cleaner application anyway. Let's remove the excess. There you go. It's a lot better. Damage is already there. We're just trying to make it less evident. It is what it is. They're shoes and they get some scars. As they get used. So this is how it looks now. It's still a little bit, it's annoying me a little bit. Maybe I'll sand it off. Not sure. See if I can still make it better with this. I had to work on the area there and the toe cap. You can still see that, which was more pronounced, but I sanded off this area and this area a little bit, and then applied the the repair cream from Saphir, sorry, and this is what I ended. I still do not feel 100% about how it looks, but it looks presentable enough. So we will begin to shine the shoes with a couple of passes from the brush. I cannot deny I'm feeling a little bit upset about the damage that I caused to my shoes. I know I was just saying that it goes to the territory. That is true. Nevertheless, I still get annoyed when I damage my shoes. Accidents do happen, that is true. And some shoes tend to look better when they have a little bit of miles on them, but I'm still a little bit frustrated. So I hope that I can let it go. Today we'll be using the wood black mirror shine products. So the first one is a high shine base, which looks neutral. And we will proceed with the similar steps as we would do with any other wax. The only difference is that this one is a multiple step. You apply the base as a preparation for the color waxed, which in this case is black, which is the one that we have here. You can see that it has the color there. It's been a while since I have used wood black. There's no specific reason for it. It's just that it's been a while. That is all. Do I prefer any brand? Personally, I can't say that I prefer any brand at all. The idea behind showing you the products that I use is for you to develop your own criteria and your own opinion. Evidently, by doing this, I hope I create some value for you, and that you can discuss and tell me, based on your experiences, which products would you prefer. I'm not advocating for any brand. Just like with the previous processes, when we're doing mirror shines, the first step is spreading the wax, applying the wax, spraying the wax. So there is nothing extremely different in this stage either. Note that I have not touched the outsoles, because that I will leave for when we apply the actual colored wax. What we are trying to pursue is to cover the pores so that there is a better reflection of light, and that is what we perceive as shine. For those interested, when I receive a pair of shoes from my viewers, I provide them with a series of options about the products that can be used in the shoes based on what I have in inventory. So you can choose from the brands used. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stick to one brand. So you can have the cleaner be the Renomat, and then the remainder of the products, if possible, could be creams from Pure Polish, and the waxes from Boot Black or from Brift H. I mean, the possibilities are not endless, but are ample. Let's say that. Always remember to try and change the angle on which you approach the shoe, so that you ensure that all of the especially the toe cap area, all of the toe cap area is properly waxed. When you're doing it at home, it might be easier if you're sitting down, or if you have the shoe facing you. Because I'm trying to put these videos together for my audience, then I am limited in the ways I can do this, on which you can actually enjoy the process as well. I'm not complaining, I'm just making an observation. I have said before in previous videos, this is a way for me to relax. This is rather cathartic. And it also helps me with my pronunciation and my public speaking. After I recorded the first videos on which I was explaining the process as I went, I noted several opportunities of improvement for my public speaking. So thank you for putting up with me, and I hope that my communication, verbal communication, improves. I will add a layer of wax on the entire shoe, but again I will add it once it is the colored wax, not this transparent or neutral base. Coming to think about it, it's been a while also since I have used my hands to actually polish the shoe. But Black has a line of product called Artist Palette, which allows for you to use your hand instead of a brush. If you go back to a couple of videos, you'll see me doing it. It's a neat way to do it. It's a little bit different. I'm not saying better or worse, just different. Time definitely flies when one is having fun. Would you agree? Like my videos are as long as they are. Well, for one, because I want for you to note as much of the process as possible. Perhaps you enjoy me, but also as I tend not to keep track of time, I focus more on having a finished product that I like. That also goes hand by hand with the fact that I do enjoy shining shoes, conditioning them, caring for them. So it's not a task for me. Before, when I was growing up, my mom used to ask me to shine my shoes. It was a task. I never understood the fact that it was a requirement for school. At least for me it was. We always had to wear a belt, tucked our shirts, shine our shoes. That was also mandatory in college. So in a way I was groomed for this, I suppose. Okay. Enough of the base. Now we will move to the wax. As you can see, it's color black. We will try also to do the same. Process that we followed for the previous base, which is small amounts, spread them thin, warm up the wax with your fingers so that it covers the pores evenly, forms a layer. Which other channels do you follow? Whether they are for ASMR or shoeshining, please leave in your comments. If you don't mind sharing also how you stumble upon this channel. Would like to hear from you. You cannot see the damage in there, but I know it's there, and it'll drive me crazy for a little while, that is for sure. Need a little brush. I left a little bit of wax there. Leave it here just in case. Do you need to do this? Not necessarily, but it definitely makes a difference. Small details are the ones that make a complete difference in any industry. They're perceptible from a distance, they're not. Once you get close and personal, they are. I don't shine my shoes for people to see them. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and also I like how they look. Do people compliment you? Sometimes. Sometimes you might also come or be perceived as petulant. Ultimately, people will always have their opinion. You cannot go through life trying to please everyone. care for the opinions of people that you respect, that are close to you, that are your loved ones. Do respect everyone else's opinion, but know that it's just an opinion. Doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it right, it's just an opinion. Just like you might have your own opinion on other topics. Are you back at home doing home office? Are you able to go back to your office? Do you want to go back to your office? Several companies, it seems, are giving their team members the option of choosing if you want to keep on working from home, if you're actually going to go back to the office. Tell me, what's your preference about that? And why? If you live in a city which is suffering from excessive traffic, staying at home and working remotely definitely presents a nice option, if that is the case. But how do you transition from working and from being home if you are having a home office? Don't you feel that that creates a different environment for home? I think it's important to separate one from the other, but that is just my opinion. Please share your thoughts on the topic. Good. Because we have those comfortable silences, I feel we have accomplished something. Not everyone can be in silence and feel comfortable. I feel like we are in that stage on which we can be around each other and be quiet and still be perfectly fine. I'm gonna use Saphir for the rest of the shoe just because it's my preference, no particular reason. Make sure to cover all of the shoe so that it is protected, especially from water. When you wash your hands, you drip water on your leather shoes. If there's an accident, like someone is walking with water, coffee, or any other beverage, if you're out and about, you could also be part of an accident. So make sure you have enough wax in there to protect the shoe. It's easier also to clean them after a long day at wherever you are, work, night out, to just wipe the shoes if they have a protective layer of wax. Okay. So from here on, we're gonna use also boot black polished water, and also the boot black cloth for shining. Make sure the cloth is tight. Some water. Like so. A little bit of wax. And we are on. Put this here. Let me set this to the side. Just like when you're applying the wax, make sure that you approach the shoe from different angles when you're pursuing the mirror shine. Those are really a nice model for you to practice your mirror shine, because it has that area sort of assigned, if you may, for mirror shine, so you know where your border is, in a sense. Too bad. See? Oh, it's taking form. Excellent. final stages, we will add water to the cloth again, but this time only water. No waxes, and we will go through the whole shoe. Repeat the process with your shoe. Bump strides. Lastly, we'll have some moisture to the brush. Buckle the shoes just the way we will keep them in storage. Repeat. And just like that, we went from A to B, and we achieved a mirror shine. Presentation is everything. A little bit of water there. Let's make sure there's nothing in here either. I hope the video was of your liking. I hope it creates value. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.